All right, let me get it. Let me actually share my screen first. That's important. Can you all see it?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, well, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for our November town hall. I know we typically do an every other month town hall, and I think this is the time we did 2 months, right? We did an October one and a November one, and that doesn't typically happen, but we wanted to make sure we got all the information about the NCS to everyone, even though it had been shared in a lot of places. We wanted to have the meeting to discuss it. So thank you so much for being with us. This is our agenda for tonight. I'm gonna let Michelle in. Just, several items, a few new things. Most of you who have been on OCD probably heard these, but we want to give you an update on where we are and sort of what's happening in the council right now. Maybe. All right, let's try this again. There we go. It was not wanting to move. Beth Rains, are you at a place you can say the promise for us? You're the first one on my screen that's not a staff member.
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Thank you. We appreciate you. We're ready.
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Thank you, ma'am. I so appreciate you. Love that picture behind you.
You know where it's at, don't you?
That's at your camp. No, that's at I can't tell. I'm blind. Look, do you see me squinting? I can't see, Beth.
It's Sugar Hollow, outdoor
but
ed in the night at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night.
Wow, I can't tell. I mean, I'm so blind. I don't want to put I struggle between the far and near, and that's a little too far. The picture is. So, well, thank you all again for joining us tonight. I just have a few updates to share with you. First is, let me say thank you to each and every one of you who were on our open council dialogue meetings. We had 4 of those, 2 in person, 2 virtual. And I really appreciate you all being on there. I did make several sort of calls to action on those calls, and you're obviously on the town hall, so thank you. But I do want to remind everyone about our monthly either town hall or service unit roundtable. We alternate back and forth. So please know that you are welcome to get on either one. Service unit roundtables typically for service unit leaders, but if you have troop leaders in your service unit who want to hear, who want to participate, please encourage them to attend. We're not turning anyone away for those. So please do have them join us where we can. Also want to say thanks for some of the questions and suggestions that came through were really wonderful. And I just want to encourage you all to not wait. I'm not saying everyone did, but please don't wait for an open council dialogue to share some of those. And I use this example on several of those meetings, but one of the questions came from a service unit leader who said, hey, as a service unit leader, we don't always know what trips or activities our troops are doing because I guess they're not sharing it with you all. And they said, could we at council start copying service unit leaders on any trip permissions or activity permissions that are coming through, which was a really easy fix. We updated the form in about 5 to 10 minutes, made the change where the form is now the troop leader can enter in their service unit leader. And of course, we can't add you on what they send us if they don't do it, but from everything that we get from our council forward, we can share that. So thank you to all of you for that. And I just want to say that was a really great suggestion. So don't hold on to that for a year until open council dialogue. Reach out to us. We want to make your work as a volunteer easier, not harder. Beth, I see your hand raised.
Yes. One more thing with that one. Could you also, because I just got one that said, congratulations, go have fun at Hershey Park. But as a service unit leader, I don't know what day they're going. So could we add dates to that, please?
It should be as a part of that. We'll see if you can get what that is.
Okay.
We're adding you on there, but we can see if we can share like the initial request. So you should have everything on the request. Yes. So thank you again. Wonderful suggestion. Really easy change for us to make. I don't want you all sitting on something for 6-8 months, depending on when it comes up, thinking you have to wait. You don't. Please email us, call us, let us know. We again want to help you in any way that we can, anytime that we can. And then we are still in need of delegates. So Melissa's going to chat more about the details of the annual meeting, which is in the slide after this. But please, 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 we are still in need of delegates. So if you know of someone who is interested in being a delegate, even if there aren't enough people to vote there, the board can actually nominate or name someone as long as they have volunteered. So please reach out to Jody, reach out to info@ if you have someone who is interested in volunteering to be a delegate for us. Reminder that all of that paperwork is due by November 20th. So what is today? The 16th. So 4 days. We need all the paperwork in for delegates so that we have all that. And a reminder that our mail date for the delegate packets or the delegate workbook for the annual meeting will be, I think it's December 21st is our last day, and we'll make sure we have that to you. It does come electronically. If you want a paper copy, there will be a place there for you to let us know that you want a paper copy. And then finally, just want to remind everyone of the upcoming holiday and the breaks and when the office will be closed. So next week, the office will be closed Wednesday through Friday in observance of Thanksgiving. And then for the holiday break, it is December 22nd through, and I always say the new year, but I have to look and see which exact date that is. That is when we come back. I don't remember. It's the one, whether it's a Monday, through December 2nd. Through January 1st. So we'll be back in the office on January 2nd. And that will all be posted in Girl Scout Connection. It will be on the website, but just thought I would mention those here as well. So before I turn it over to Melissa, any questions? Melissa, are you going to talk about, you are going to mention property, right? So you can mention the rally. Yep. Great. Yep. I just want to encourage you all to be in that rally if you can as well. Melissa's going to talk about that. So I will say ditto to the things she's going to say next. All right, Melissa, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I don't know who's advancing the slides.
Me, so I probably need to do it. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, so just some annual meeting information. Like Nikki said, we still do need delegates. The registration is going to open soon. You of course receive an email about that. It will be posted online and in the Girl Scout Connection. It will be held at Ishimani on Saturday, January 20th, same time as last year. Registration will open that morning at 8:30 and the meeting will start at 9:45. Should there be inclement weather on that date, we will hold the meeting, but it will be virtual. So we are not holding a snow date this year. We will just proceed with a virtual meeting.
And let me say a few things here. This was a decision that the board made at their last meeting in October. The board decided that one, the annual meeting is going to be an in-person option only. So there will not be a virtual option. We're not going to kind of get into that mess that we had last year. It will be in person, and that instead of asking people to hold 2 dates and possibly having bad weather multiple weekends, that it will still happen on the same date, just virtually.
All right, next slide for recognitions information.
Okay. Yes, so our recognition ceremony is going to be the evening before. And registration is now open, and there are still some opportunities to nominate a deserving volunteer or staff member. And we just recommend that you look at the previous recognitions awards recipient list before you do that, just to make sure they weren't already nominated. So we listed a few to kind of get you started. I have a few people that have asked about the Volunteer of Excellence deadline. The deadline is for some of these was October 31st. For that one, it is not, but I don't, if you're wanting to recognize someone for annual meeting in this ceremony, you need to get it in. So at some point, you know, I'm looking at the form, it does not say the deadline, so I'll try to get that posted from Frances. I'm waiting for her to get back to me on that, but it's soon because we have to have time to review it. So please do get it in if you want to recognize someone for that. But there are quite a few there. There's opportunity to recognize someone who's deserving. So lots of options there.
Let me add a few things there. As Jody said, the board typically votes on those, and I know it's not required for the volunteer of excellence, but it is usually included in that. And the board meets mid-December.
Right.
So we would need to have those nominations really by early December. So you have a couple of weeks to work on that. So I think that would give enough time to make sure that the board has time to review it,
Exactly.
and make an actual recommendation.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Yeah, absolutely.
And I also want to mention here, the recognition ceremony is still on Friday this year. That had been planned and already the cost incurred prior to any other thing anything that we've heard. I will say that this will be a part of the annual meeting. Actually, it won't be a part of the annual meeting survey. It will be its own survey, but certainly questions about location and timing of that will be a part of the survey that we will send out after the recognition ceremony.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jody. All right, Jody, still you.
Yep. So me. Welcome, Emily. She has been with us since August 27th. So she's really hit the ground running and making her rounds and getting to know all of her her service units. So we're really glad to have her. So we're glad she's here. So we got one more. We'll keep going. Got an exciting announcement. We want to welcome Mary Alice, who just joined us as of today. So we now have a full community mission delivery team, so community engagement. So we're really excited to have Mary Alice join us, and we will be reaching out to service units so we can meet with them and meet with the service unit team leaders and get her acclimated to all of her areas. So we're very excited.
They are both wonderful additions. We're very excited to have them.
Absolutely. I know Elizabeth's glad to have a team.
Yes.
So here's the staff and what their areas, so we won't read all that, but yes, just know that we are glad to have everybody in place, and we're working to get her onboarded as quickly as possible so we can start actually planning for Daisy launch that starts in January.
Well, I don't know why it's not working, Jody. Sorry, I'm having
no, that's okay.
Different buttons.
Yes, that's right. And so this is our membership number information as of 11:15. And I will say that I just want to call out, everyone should have received an email about our membership referral promotion, and we have seen a lot of them coming through. In fact, these numbers have jumped immensely just since the 14th. So in about a 24-hour period, we just want to say thank you to customer care, because they are diligently reaching out to all of those that you have referred, and we are starting to see them become members and join their troops and service units. So we're really excited that all of these girls and adults are having an opportunity to join. So, but just this is not a slide, but everyone should have received an email this evening that the promotion's been extended to the end of November. So you still have a chance to refer somebody if you didn't before, and maybe get a chance to win a few fun items. So those things were posted in the Girl Scout Connection and the talking points. But yes, Nikki, you want to share something?
Yeah, I just wanted to make note that the 2024 numbers are as of 11:15.
Yes.
The other years are final years.
Yes.
So don't think this is only halfway through or even a month and a half into the year for the rest. The other years are final year-end numbers.
Yes, that's where we ended. So we ended on a high note last year, which was great. We surpassed 2021, but we have some work to do for 2024. So we're doing whatever we can to hit the ground running. I know the mission delivery team, especially Elizabeth, has Elizabeth has actually went over to almost 40 events on her own since August. So really, really trying to do everything we can to offer the opportunity for families and girls to join Girl Scouting. So,
And Jody, Jennifer did post
mhm.
the link to the Bring a Friend referral in the chat if anyone's interested.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. So I know this was also brought up during cookie time, and this is not new, but we just want to clarify because this does come up. We're just trying to clarify that. So if a parent or caregiver must be registered, the answer is yes. Parents and caregivers must have a membership and cleared background check in order to stay at troop meetings and participate with their daughters in field trips, overnights, campouts, cookie booths, and other travel experiences. Basically, the policy states if they're participating in a girl program, they should be registered and cleared background check. So just want to clarify that. We're trying to clarify that any way we possibly can and get the word out. So if anybody has any questions, just let us know. In order for us to provide that background check, they must be registered and have a volunteer role. So it's just kind of way it works, but it's for the safety and well-being of all of those participating in Girl Scouts.
And y'all, we want to make sure everyone understands this has always been or has been a part of our procedure for a long time. But it came to our attention in the last several years that this was not necessarily being enforced. And there has been a situation where someone who had a criminal background was attending a troop meeting with girls and not registered, and we didn't know that. So really, it is for the safety of everyone there, and it does need to. We need to make sure that we are trying to abide by this anywhere that we can. If you have questions, as Jody said, or concerns, or a special circumstance, please reach out to us.
All right.
All right.
You want to cover? I know Sandy said she. You want to cover for her?
Got it. I'm trying to move all my box from side to side. It depends on where everyone is. So, yes, 2023 and 24 fall products. So the online order is going to go through 11/27. So please, please, please feel free to share that. We do have extra product of all the varieties that we can use. And then this, of course, is our current sales as of this week. So one of the things to know, Beth, I think you'll find this interesting, is that our hot Cajun crunch is not, it's not replacing the salsa mix in the way that we wanted, which I think we were concerned, right? Y'all, salsa mix has been a hugely popular item in our council, which, by the way, it's really interesting to think about how these things work in different parts of the country. It was always in the top 5 for us and for a long time in the top 3, but it was literally near the very end at the very bottom nationwide. It just was not a big seller. But the hot Cajun crunch, and they are not offering that anymore because of not being able to get the items to make it, all of the ingredients. So we replaced it with the hot Cajun crunch, hoping, and it just didn't work. They did remove some of the online ship items, which we didn't know. And of course, there is our girls that are in the system as of this year versus last year and our per girl average. And all right, cookie program. So you know all of these things. The axolotl is our endangered salamander that lives in central Mexico. That is our mascot this year. Let me just say that is a much cuter item. Oh, okay, thanks, Gail. That's good to know. It is a much cuter animal on this screen than in real life. They're not cute if you've ever seen a picture of an actual live one. So I appreciate them making them adorable. Our Own Your Magic is the theme, obviously. The cookie online and order card program begins on December 11th with our initial order being due by December 15th. Booths start in person and online orders. They will both end, on March 18th this year. And we've had lots of trainings. We have many more to go. If you need to be trained or parents or troop leaders in your area need to be trained, please let us know. Does it really have a Christmas ornament with an axolotl? Oh, Beth, now I feel like I need to look it up. That's kind of cool. I guess it's coming out again. I hope it's this cute little thing and not the real one because they're not cute. They kind of look like, to me, it kind of looks like a not cute jellyfish with ears and legs. It's just, so anyway, just so we know, oh, you saw them today. Cool, River. The parents and guardians, again, that they have to be registered. We talked about this. This also is the same for our cookie booths. So remember that if they're going to participate in cookie booths or anything with the troop, they do, again, need to be a member and have a clear background check. And then the interim payment that's due in February is now 50%. All right. I will turn over program to program.
Hey, that's me. Hi. So first off, we want to thank all the older girls who participated in the program survey. That just officially closed today, so we haven't had time to go through it yet. But those results will be shared and looked at, and we will plan accordingly. Skyline Readers Club saved the date for the winter bingo. That's going to run from December 1st to February 16th. And here are just some fun pictures from our past bingos. We had prompts of building a blanket fort. So as you can see, we have some blanket forts here. One of them was read outside, and then I just had to include Willow, our future Girl Scout, because she's adorable. And here's what the patch looks like. The rockers are gonna.
Okay, I'm not doing very well. I'm not driving very well. Sorry.
Oh
Katie.
no, Nikki. So the rockers are what you're gonna get if you participate as the seasons go. There are a different color for each season. I think we chose blue as the winter one, so there'll be a blue rocker if you participate in the winter one. Okay, Nikki, next slide.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm excited.
So first up, I want to highlight Girls and Ghouls Sugar Hollow. These are some pictures. Glow parties are officially my favorite thing in the entire world now. It was so fun to dance and screen sing Taylor Swift with all the daisies and brownies. Everybody had a good time in costume. Next slide, Nikki. Next up, we have our cadet program that we did at Camp Sac, Girls and Ghouls. We did some succulent art. They painted the pots, and River provided them with the succulents that went into it. We also had a glow party for them, so they didn't miss out on the dancing. And then River lined the steps of Gay Lodge with the pumpkins, and I think that's adorable.
That's cute.
Save the date for Junior Jam. Registration is going to open February 2024. The dates for that is May 17th through 19th, and as you can see, it's a movie theme. I'm really excited. I'll be there, so come have fun with me and Beth.
Beth, I think we need to do your, and Beth said they're having a Swiftie party in the spring.
Oh, cool.
I know.
That'll be fun.
We have Susie Lopez is planning to do a Swiftie party for the service unit. So I am excited over that. Can't wait to see it.
That's cool.
There was something else you all said too, but never mind.
Yeah, I saw that, Melissa. There's a Swiftie cruise, which I'm sure sold out in 2.2 seconds. So if anyone's going, let me know. I'm not a Swiftie. But I think it's fun to watch everybody. Hey, Katie,
I know it was.
let me ask a question. Do you have to get 5 in a row or fill the whole card to earn the Skyline Readers patch?
Nope, you just have to participate.
Mhm. That's right.
Hey, I wanted to clarify the Junior Jam. So it is a movie theme, and the names of the workshops are movies. So just to give you an idea, dinner is spaghetti, so it's gonna be Lady and the Tramp. Oh shoot, now it went on my head. But there's some real cute ones, and Jennifer actually put some up so that we could people could see them and hopefully get excited about it. We had Swiss Family Robinson is building shelters, and we changed it to Tarzan. But we've just got a whole lot of different things. So get excited for us.
That sounds so cute, Beth. All right. Property.
So before I get started, I'm going to put in another plug for the property maintenance rally. I just shared the link in the chat. If you have not yet signed up, we're actually going to make the first post in the rally this evening to share this same information that we're sharing on the town hall. Ishimani, we've been having some issues with our water testing, but we seem to be back on the right track. Virginia Department of Health made another site visit this week. They gave us a lot of positive feedback, and we actually sent samples to an independent laboratory, and they've all been normal. So we're now just in the, I guess, the political process.
Finalization, yeah.
Yes. So just the things that we have to do to get it officially cleared. At Camp Sac, we're finishing up on Troop House. So as soon as that's wrapped up, that we'll have that building back online. And the biggest news I think we have to share is a lot of stuff happening at Sugar Hollow. So we've talked before about the rodent situation. So we are getting regularly bi-weekly visits from the pest control company. That's going to continue. It is starting to improve, but still not where it needs to be. I think it has something to do with the weather changing as well, and it getting colder. So now, you know, they're clearly trying to come in if they weren't already in the buildings. But we think we have a good thing going there with that. The trash service, as posted on social media and shared in Girl Scout Connection, it's suspended, and we're going to remove the dumpster. So for the time being, you need to pack out your trash when you're at camp. And we are evaluating some different trash services to see what's going to be the best option for us. And we'll have that back in place in spring after we, I guess, de-winterize for the next season. The tree replanting project continues to progress. So the landscape architect has the final drawings. We're waiting on the final quotes for the trees from the wholesale company that we've been so fortunate to connect with through Joan. And we are scheduling the planning for those trees in March 2024. The electrical work that needs to happen is going to take place during the winter. It's be scheduled for multipurpose, Patterson, and Rocky Top. We're also going to get some new roofing at Sugar Hollow, also done this winter on multipurpose and Rocky Top. And I do have to share that we thought multipurpose was only going to stay closed for a short time, but it is going to need to be closed through February to remedy the rodent situation to the fullest extent, to make it safe for people to be back in that building and have it remediated. And then the electrical work, just getting on the schedule. If any of you are building anything, you know that contractors are really working far out right now just because of the demand. Does anybody have any questions? Okay.
Training tidbit. We always said we're going to do a training tidbit. And so this is Beth. I think this actually kind of one of these things came up when you were talking about they don't always know what they do need to do or when to do it. So we want to make sure that these are things that most everyone's been trained on, but you know, after a while, things we may not remember them or we may not know when there's been a change. So we just like to have another little tidbit. So who's going to take the activity trip permission?
Molly, would you mind doing that since you are the one who processes those and who was key in updating the form?
Sure. Thank you.
So our updated timeline for processing trip permissions is 4 weeks for any activity or trip within council boundaries that does not require a vendor approval based on the safety activity checkpoints. 6 weeks for any trips outside of the council boundaries that do require a vendor approval based on the SACs. 8 weeks for out of state and or stable vendor approvals, and then 12 weeks for international trips outside of the continental US, including Alaska, Hawaii, US territories, and or cruises. Vendor approvals are based on the safety activity checkpoints, and new vendors do require 8 to 10 weeks to hear back from the insurance so they can comply with our insurance company.
I think there's one more slide.
Oh yeah, there is. Thanks.
So we did want to clarify that health exams are only required for international trips and or activities. Additional insurance is only required for international trips or to cover sickness. all external training, including first aid, CPR, AED, wilderness first aid, or any high adventure activities or any high adventure training. If you're not using a vendor, if you're providing that training, is required to be uploaded to GSLearn for verification. The activity trip leader needs to be a separate person from the first aider. We want to ensure that there are two trained people attending the trip. So that's why we updated that clarification. And every adult participating in the trip, going on the trip, attending an activity, going on the activity, needs a membership and a background check to comply with the P1 policy. And we have also added helpful tips for filling out the form to the beginning of the form. And we ask that you do use the updated form. It just helps to streamline the processing part.
Thanks, Molly. Questions? Beth, these clarifications helpful? Good. Yeah, it all runs together after a while, doesn't it? So it's nice to be reminded.
It wasn't just for me, it was the women aren't doing what they're supposed to. And that's where we need to go back. I mean, COVID made a problem. Let's fix it. Let's do what we're supposed to be doing and keep everybody on the same page. And some of the people don't seem to understand that you still need to do these paperwork, and we're trying to remind them. So if you get it out there to them a couple of different ways, hopefully they'll get it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And River did post, and we can add this as another training tidbit. We're going to post these everywhere, by the way, you all, so you can go back and see them. She added in the chat what are acceptable vans and unacceptable vans to be rented.
And again, also listed on the same activity trip permission.
Yes.
The only thing that we are requesting is whenever you do submit like Ford Transit, that you get real specific with the model of the Ford Transit, because they have 3 levels of roofs that they tend to come in. And I'm trying to do the research and break that down, but there is a lot of models floating around out there.
Yeah, there are. Thanks, River. And this is for insurance purposes, y'all. 100% all insurance. And basically what they will and won't cover. No questions here?
I just want to say out loud that a lot of this also is in the new introduction to the safety activity. So,
Yes.
So it's all there as well. So that's a good place to start when they're trying to figure things out. Start with your intro to safety activity checkpoints, and then look at the individual safety activity checkpoint based on what you're planning. So that's really going to help you make sure that you have everything that you need, to help the girls plan their activities.
Thanks, Jody. Oh, there's something in the chat. Hang on.
Oh, let's see.
When will the new form be released?
Isn't it already on the website?
It's already out there.
It's
It's
on
been
there.
shared, I think, in the service unit talking points, maybe. And I believe it's also been shared in Girl Scout Connection. Jennifer Pfister can confirm that.
But it is on the website.
Yep.
It's on the website too, Deloma. Good question.
If you search for the forms, the one that pops up is the one that is
The
the
new
new
one.
one. Thank you, Jennifer. It has been in Girl Scout Connection.
Thank you. All right, Rallyhood.
Okay. So just some updates from Rallyhood. As of November 10th, they're making some adjustments. So admins actually have the ability to turn off and on comments on the message wall, depending on what you're posting. That might be helpful. There has been an app update. So they've really been working hard on their notification system. So it's improved. So if you like using an app versus, you're not at a computer all the time, they've really made some major improvements. So now, when someone makes a post, you get that notification, you click on that notification from your app, it takes you right to that post, and it tells you right where that rally, and it takes you right there. So you can get your most update to information. You can kind of do Girl Scouting on the go, right? Also, so if you haven't downloaded the latest app, they suggest go ahead and replacing the one that you have. So delete your app, replace it, and those notifications should work really well for you. The other exciting thing that I really like, and Nikki, if you can actually click on that link, the Rally Hood how-to tutorials. They've created all these wonderful rally how-to tutorials. And
Maybe?
yeah, so there you go. So literally everything you want to know about Rally Hood and like 5 5-minute videos, very helpful if you're still new to Rally Hood. It's going to show you how to do things in Rally Hood. So we're really excited about that. Thank you. So those Rally Hood's actually going to post that and all of our rallies in their link section. So they're working on that right now to post that so you can find it in whatever rally you're in, which is kind of cool. So they're working on that to put those in our rallies for us. All right.
Am I back on this share?
Yep.
Oh,
There you go.
sorry.
No. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. So questions on any of this? Sharing? Let us know what you're doing. I love the Swifty party, Beth. Let me also say thank you to all of you. We did have, and if you haven't seen, I think it will probably be in Girl Scout Connection again tomorrow, but Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong. We have done parade kits. And so thanks to all of you who have reached out for parade kits. That's so exciting. There's a lot of things out there that we're sharing and items for people to hand out so we can have other girls join us in Girl Scouting. So thank you for that. And let us know if you haven't and you need those. Other sharing, anyone? I want to make sure I'm seeing it. Tell us what's happening, what's good in your area. What are you all doing? Well, you do stuff great every day. Share it with us. Beth.
Okay, so it's going to be pretty hectic around here for a little while. We did the Veterans Day Parade and had a better turnout than we've had before. Still slow on the uptake on that one because it's a Sunday afternoon. We did that. Then on this past Monday, we rededicated leaders at the service unit meeting. Emily was there for that. Thank you, Emily. And December the 2nd is the Harrisonburg Parade, and they do not call it Christmas anymore. It's a holiday parade, and it's Christmas around the world. So the float will be about WAGs, and then they're getting flags of the world center countries for us to carry and wave. And then we're having a lock-in, Christmas lock-in, December the 8th and 9th. And that's good until Cookie Rally on January the 26th.
Well, Beth, y'all got a lot happening up there. I don't know when you're going to take a moment to breathe.
My question is, where's the Christmas presents coming from?
Others. Great things to share. I know you all are doing wonderful things.
Hi, Nikki, it's Katie.
Hi, Katie.
So I am here with Lucy, who is our Christmas card winner. Yay.
Yay, Lucy.
She just wanted to say hello.
Well, congratulations. I'm so glad you're on. I can't wait to use those cards. We use them and I get to use them personally too. We use them as a council, and then I actually send those to some of my own people that I do handwritten holiday cards to. So thank you for that, Lucy.
She said that it was kind of cute because she did it back in August or September. And her new troop here that we have started this year, her cadet troop in Lynchburg, they have started, we actually planned a winter camp. So we're actually going to Camp Sac between Christmas and New Year's and doing something different. And it was funny because we didn't plan that until after she did her card. And it was be prepared for camping in the winter. If you look really close, it's winter stuff.
Jennifer just, I don't mean to cut you off, Katie, but those of you here, Jennifer posted a picture of it in the chat. Please look at it. It's amazing. Well, that was perfect, right on time, Lucy. You knew what you all were, or already a little premonition of what you all were going to do in the winter.
Yes, and we are going to get Miss Rebecca and Mama Stump to come and chit chat at our winter camp. And so yes, we're looking at exciting things and doing Girl Scouts a little bit differently now that they are in 6th and 7th grade. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
to keep them going.
That's right. Well, congratulations again. It was a great card. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love that. I love that, y'all. Every time of the year, when we do it in July, because we started doing Christmas in July, and the winter, we love getting all the cards and different items. We've also done baked goods recently that girls have done. It's always fun to see them really be creative and expressing Girl Scouts, what Girl Scouts means to them, and whatever our theme is. So thank you all for encouraging people to do that. Other things you want to share? Well, if not, I will end with a little bit of what I kind of like to call good news, and I don't know if I hope you all will think it's good news, or at least needed news. How about that? And I'm sharing prematurely, and the staff doesn't even know I'm really sharing this, but I'm very excited about it. So I want you all to know. I think I mentioned on one or two of the town halls and actual meetings that we did after NCS, the challenges that I noticed some of our girls were going through at NCS. And it really was around the proposal that had to do with changing the promise in the law. And let me say, it was not about changing the promise in the law. It was really around what that meant to them and the level of failure they felt like they would have if you took out the word try. And it was really eye-opening for me to see how I knew, it's not that I didn't understand, but to see it live and in action with all of these girl delegates, and to hear the way they express themselves, to understand how critical mental wellness is right now. It was alarming to me that we had reached the level that we have. And again, I have boys, and it's not that that boys don't have issues, but boys don't talk about them. Those of you that have boys, if I can get more than 2 words out of them, I feel like I'm winning. And so it was really interesting to see. So I came back and immediately talked to the staff about it, and the staff is equally as passionate as I was in seeing the need for girls in our council to begin with. And so when we were at our all staff retreat this summer at Macy, we spent a lot of time focusing on what this should look like and who should participate with us. And then we just had a staff meeting earlier this week where we actually began designing sessions and talking about what this should look like and the support we can offer girls. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess hold our feet to the fire, right, y'all? And say that we are going to have a mental health summit. Sometime, we're working on the date because there's a lot of activity going on in this council, as you heard, between April, May, and June. But sometime between the end of April and the beginning of June, we are going to have a mental health summit. And we certainly are going to open it up to Girl Scouts. We want to make sure that we have an opportunity to provide some resources for both girls. And I'm really excited to announce we're going to have a track also for adults who are parents, caregivers, teachers, leaders, coaches, who may also say, I need some of these coping mechanisms. I need to understand what some of these signs and symptoms are. And I say we're going to do it. we are not the experts, right? The one thing I love about Girl Scouts is that we say we are the experts in girls, and then we partner with the experts in other areas. So this is going to be a huge collaboration. I'm having tons of meetings and doing grants and working on projects and collaborations almost every single day. And I'm just so excited for this service that we hope we can bring to Girl Scouts and girls in our council. But then also the long-term plan is to extend this to make this a statewide option with the other Girl Scout councils as well. So please know we may be reaching out to you, or if you have someone that you know, right? If you have someone who can help us, that you know of someone who works in this field, has an expertise or a connection, please make sure you share that with us. More to come, more to come, more to come. It is, Barbara. All right. Any final questions, as I say on our meetings? Anything else for the good of the order? Speak now, forever hold your peace. You don't really have to forever hold it. Just till our next meeting.
I want to say thank you for jumping on that Sugar Hollow property. That just was very disappointing and all. So, and to be able to get stuff done in the wintertime and not wait till spring, that is a big plus. So thank you for that.
Yes. And that was a much bigger issue than anyone knew, right? And we wouldn't have known until, again, the experts came in and said, no, this is much larger than you anticipated. Well, thank you all. Jody, the date of the service unit roundtable, you're muted. I know you're looking. I just want to make sure to share that right now so everyone knows. I'm going to put it in the chat too. Oh, it's a Thursday. December, right?
Sorry, I couldn't get unmuted.
If I'm correct, it should be the 16th.
Is it 15th or 16th? Yeah, I'm looking. It's not loading. Sorry. But yes, we moved it because of the holidays. We moved it up.
It's December 14th. That's Thursday.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Right.
I know it's
just
just talking point, but I couldn't get it to come up.
Yes, the service unit roundtable is Thursday, December 14th.
Yes.
So that's the next one of these, and in the place of what we do as a town hall, we alternate months. And we will have those talking points out to you all. But again, please encourage service unit leaders to join. And if any troop leaders who are in your service unit that are interested, please share with them as well. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Katie. Thank you. All right. Thanks to you all. Oh, I know one final thing. I hope you all saw the video. I meant to mention this earlier. I hope you all saw the video of the crossover awards for our top achievers in fall product and cookie. And there's still time, by the way, if anyone's interested in fall product. They do have to participate in both, but you know, it's a crossover combination. So if they kill it and blow it out of the park and cookies, then, you know, it doesn't have to be as much in fall product. They just have to participate in both. But for the top 3 in total dollars sold, and for the top online achiever crossover, we are going to do a 3 to 5 day cruise. So we announced that, I think I did on Friday on social media. So please encourage girls. We'd love it. We had a great time at Disney and would love to see them all. There it is. Thank you, Jennifer. You can see my crazy. This is what happens when you're home alone on a Friday and I had no kids to help me with props and be my cameraman. So it's a little shaky, but I did the best I could. Oh, you watched them today. Thank you. It was fun. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. If I don't get to see you or speak to you, have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I want to make sure that you all know that I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of you and the work that you do for Girl Scouts, and count you among the things that I'm most thankful for. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.